Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Monday. It's Mugshot Monday.
Mhm.
If you've been following me on planes, trains, and automobiles, but I'm back here. I'm back from Mississippi. I'm back in my office and
Mhm.
glad to be home for a little bit of time.
Good. There's
Yeah,
no place home.
no place like home. My voice
Mm-mm.
is starting to hurt, and
Oh boy.
oh boy,
Oh,
oh boy, you can't do that. We got Love is Blind. Oh God, I was gonna say Love After Lockup. We've got Love is Blind coming up. I gotta get that voice together.
Mhm.
Um, al
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Also,
Yes.
if you're listening and you're saying, "Hey, 90 Day UK is supposed to come out on Sunday," I've said it on a couple of the shows, but maybe you missed it. We got our 90 Day UK screeners very, very late. So if you're waiting on that, you're gonna be waiting, until Tuesday. You'll get it on Tuesday because
Okay.
Keisha and I gotta do Lalu. I was traveling. Keisha and I gotta do I gotta do Seeking Sister with Kimberly. I gotta do Match Me Abroad with Keisha. That
Mhm.
finale came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was satisfied with the Match Me Abroad finale. I was satisfied that they let us know what was going on at the end, even though I don't quite believe all of it.
Okay. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, all right. Well, I think you'll be satisfied because at the end they give you the
Okay.
ending card and tell you what's happening with people.
Great, because sometimes they don't give that to us at all,
No,
and we have to get on the Reddit and all that kind of stuff and
uh-huh.
research and
Hmm.
try to, find out the truth. So that's good.
Okay, so
Looking
that's
forward to
good.
that.
Yes.
Mhm.
So that's what we've got coming on, guys. And of course, Platteville, we're going to have the finale episode this week as well. No, take it back. It's 2 weeks from now. I can't keep
Okay.
track. Anyway, just go to the Instagram, Peak Shade Pod, and it'll all be there. It'll all be explained. And when Ingrid comes back, I'll be like, yeah, Christina, our producer, has been helping us out, has been amazing. So thank you to Christina.
Yay.
She's been killing it. Ingrid will be back from her 20-day European vacation soon. No lie,
She
she's
just
been gone for
living
20
the
days.
life.
20
Yeah,
days.
she's just living her best life out there, man. I tell you.
HR did not approve this.
Oh
HR
boy,
did
may
not
have
go
to have
through
a
HR.
talk with. May
Uh-uh.
have to have a talk with management when she gets back,
That's
straight to the
right.
office.
All right, well, let's talk about these losers. Life After Lockup, I don't know what season, but it's episode 18 or 8, depending on
Mhm.
how you're looking at it. 8 for
Okay.
this do round. And
Okay.
guys, speaking of that, I did put out a poll because we're going to have to come up with something else because October 3rd is the last episode of Life After Lockup. They're taking a break, then they'll be back in the new year. So
Mhm.
we have to come up with something to put in this spot. So if you are not on social media and you want to weigh in, please email info or mp info, at pinkshadepodcast.com and let us know because it seems that
Tell her
people
what your
want us,
choices were.
but people are leaning into wanting us to do this certain season, which I think is season 3 of 60 Days In. It might be season 4, but I think it's season 3. And Kimberly's the one who suggested it because she's like, I'd love to hear you and Keisha talk about it because there's this one girl and it's real dumb. And she thought we would think it was real funny.
Because I was okay. So that answers my question. Because I was gonna say, why is it this certain season that they
Uh-huh.
want us to do?
Yeah.
Okay, now we
Mhm.
know. Thanks, Kimberly.
Yes, that's what Kimberly's like, I really want to hear y'all talk about it. Also, we considered going to Love After Lockup season 1, episode 1, but some other podcasters that we're friends with have just done this. So I hate to
Mhm.
beat a dead horse if you just had to listen to it. So if you have an opinion, you
Mhm.
didn't vote in the poll, just send us an email if you're not on social media and let us know. Or DM Keisha, DM me, let me know. Because we have a couple of weeks to make a decision. Not really. We have about 2 weeks to make a decision.
I mean, it is like September is running from child support. That is
I
how
know.
fast September has gone by. I'm just like, every time I see a date, I'm like, is that right? And
I
yeah,
know.
it's right.
I had to sign something this morning,
Woo.
put the date on it, and I had to ask,
Yeah,
what's the date? Yeah. But you know what?
yeah.
When we're recording this, September 21st, and you know what that means?
Do you
You
remember
remember
the the
21st
20th
night of
night of
September.
September?
Yeah, see? Gosh, I should have been singing it all day. Dang it. Dang it.
Oh, you were traveling. You were traveling, and there, you don't want someone to say that woman's disturbing me. She needs to be on the not no flight list over there for her singing
That's right.
and
All
her
right.
Grateful Dead T-shirt. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Listen, you can always spot me coming. So, the name of this episode is Karma's Coming. Okay. So we got
I
Brooke and
did.
JK. It's got Brooke and JK.
Oh
Yeah, I
God.
think By the way,
Mhm.
before we even start with Brooke and JK,
Okay.
people out there of the world, if you're listening to this recap, please stop what you're doing and go over to your Apple podcast and give me a 5-star review and just say 2 sentences, because I got a very nasty review calling me racist regarding or Keisha. We're not sure if he's calling me or Keisha racist. Called one of us racist, referring to Jawaila and her wig. So
I
anyway,
think it's kind of funny either way because I'm very black.
yeah.
I run into people who get it confused because I'm married to a white husband. And I'm like, nope. I wake up black all day, go to bed black. Whole family's black. And it is even funnier to think that she would be racist and I would be on a show with her.
Right. That you would be recording with me and I'm racist.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, that's always
Yeah.
fun to try to get in touch with Apple to get them take it down, because you can't get it taken down if it's hate speech, which this particular review was.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you think that us talking about Jawaila makes us racist, it doesn't. She has been arrested for methamphetamine
Drugs.
So
like literally.
No.
And she's gone to wig court because of her bad wig. I'm like, we're not wrong in any of this.
By the way, we've talked about JK having no teeth, and he's also been arrested for methamphetamine. So same.
That person was just having a bad day and just needs a cute puppy dog hug.
I know.
That's what I'm going to chop it up to.
Okay. All right.
God bless.
So speaking of JK, so we're back to having no teeth, because like last episode he showed his new teeth, but now what is time continuum on these shows? They just
sometimes when people have dentures, they take them out and then they forget them. Like they go to eat, take them off, and then forget to put them back in. I'm assuming that's what happened here.
No, okay. I'm assuming they shot
giving
this
them
out
too much credit.
No, they shot this out of order. Yeah.
Oh well, that's typical.
Yeah. So he's saying like, man, I shouldn't have to hear from my dad that Brooke is pregnant. And, I had sex with her, but it was months ago. Still doesn't mean she can't be pregnant, you dummy.
It's JK math.
Well, later we get some real JK math.
Yes, we do.
And he says, I cheated on Brooke because I was unhappy. And Alex and I have always had this connection. And so he goes over to Alex's house. Now she walks out. She's obviously got a microphone on because she knew he was coming. But thank the Lord we didn't have to see the inside of that house again. And he says, you know why I'm here? I got to know. Are you pregnant? And she says, what does that have to do with you? You're settled and you're doing what you want with Brooke, but I've got a blessing on the way.
I hate when girls do that. Mm-hmm. It's like, he kind of needs to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he needs to know yay or nay. This is a big deal. I mean, being a father, even if you're JK, it's a pretty, don't play games with him like, oh, you got your own thing going over there. But that doesn't stop him from possibly being your dad. Or maybe his dad is your baby's dad. We really don't know.
We don't know because they seem to be very tight. Very tight.
Very tight. Too tight.
And she says, in the talking head, she goes, no, I didn't tell him I was pregnant because when he knew I was pregnant before, he just left me. So why tell him? Because at the end of the day, he's not going to be there. So what we're to believe is after she had the miscarriage, they had sex again.
But I don't feel like they waited the appropriate amount of time.
No, definitely not. No.
Yeah, I don't think they followed the doctor's orders with this.
So she shows him the sonogram from November 22nd. She was 7 weeks. So he started going dump with his fingers. He's like us. 6 + 2 - 9 months - 7 days. He's
carried 5.
He can't quite figure that out, but he's trying to do the math. And she goes, yeah, that would put me getting pregnant in October. And he goes, well, in October, we were dealing with each other. And of course, in my mind, I'm like 11/22 go back 7 weeks actually puts it at the end of September. Actually. So he says in October, we were dealing with each other. And she says, yeah. And he goes, be blunt, honest. Is it mine? What are the chances of it being mine? Is it mine? Be honest. And she goes, well, the chances are 50% because there was another guy.
Okay. So, Mary, I don't know about you when you were pregnant with your children. But I know for me, it was always 100%.
It was 100%. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah.
So
Can't,
Brooke
can't be can't be dealing with too many boys at the same time. Can't let everybody raw dog you. Come on now. Jeez. If you're gonna let one raw dog you, the other one gotta wear a condom. I mean, come on,
Oh my God.
Alex.
So Brooke starts calling him and he's just sending her straight to voicemail. And she's like, I'm about to fucking kill him. I'm going to tie him up behind my car. I'm going to wring his neck. I'm going to smash his face in the concrete. She's just getting real specific about all the things she's going to do to him when she sees him.
Yeah, so she ain't gonna do shit because we
Uh-uh.
know she doesn't know how to fight.
And Alex goes, I told you to leave me the fuck alone and live your life and be happy. But your car keeps bringing you back to this house. She goes, and I keep letting you in. She goes, and you make me seem like I'm the other woman, but I am the woman.
Well, I
What?
don't know that she's the woman. I feel as though Brooke still gets more of his attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's fully committed to either one of you.
He says, you know,
He
God,
just,
I always think about what it would have been like if we would have been together. We would have stayed together. And she goes, well, I've always been there for you. And our relationship is still there, no matter if other people are around, like that other guy was banging or Brooke that you're
yeah.
living with
Or your dad.
or your dad.
Or your dad.
Let me ask you something. And this is for the scientific monkeys out there. If they do a DNA test, would you be able to tell if he's the dad or his dad is the dad?
Yes. The only way that it could be like you can't tell is if they were identical twins.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they would be able to tell that it's the dad. Man, that would make for a really good next season.
Mm-hmm.
If it were the dads,
It'd be a
possibly.
really good Maury Povich episode too. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Had you noticed before this latest episode that Alex has like no eyebrows?
No, I have not noticed that.
She has no eyebrows, and I'm kind of like wondering, did she have eyebrows? But after dealing with JK and Brooke, she just start pulling them out from the stress. Because I've never noticed until this episode. I mean, they're not there.
Maybe they're super light and she just pencils them in, or she over tweezed them so much that she has to pencil them in now.
I mean, that's a possibility. Yeah.
She should get some microblading like that guy on Match Me Abroad.
Match Me Abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mr. Ireland.
Mr. Ireland. So talking head, he says, me and Brooke, our relationship's off and on, but I got a lot of love for Alex. You know, it's complicated. And again, you guys, just ladies, raise your standards. Like two women fighting over this. I mean,
yeah. I mean, literally fighting over that and wanting to breed with that.
Both just dying to have his babies.
I don't get it.
So Alex says, look, you need to figure that out. You got me fighting bitches in alleyways for what?
Yeah.
She said, I had a miscarriage. You knew it was yours. You let me go through that by myself. And then he came back and you banged him again, Alex. So let's just put that out there, obviously.
You guys keep allowing him to do these things. I wouldn't even want to be 10 feet away from him and his mouth, personally.
No. She has a miscarriage with his baby. He knows it's his and does nothing to help her, console her, anything. And then she still has sex with him. So
yeah,
you're both wrong.
Shitty. Yeah, and it's pretty shitty on his part because she did hold him down for so long while he's in prison until she got really, really horny and banged another guy. Then roommate Bonnie told on her.
Right. All that. Whoops.
Yeah. All that jazz. So, yeah, I just don't. I mean, we saw JK's cousin, and JK's cousin wasn't bad looking, from what I remember.
And he had been in jail too, but he probably was in jail for something else because he had all his teeth.
He had all of his teeth. Yeah. So there is better there. There is better.
There is better. The talking head, he tells us, I never saw proof of a miscarriage, and people could just say anything to pull at your heartstrings. You know, look, God works in mysterious ways, and if it's time for me to have a child, I will have one. Okay.
Now, Mary Payne, what kind of proof do you think JK would need of a miscarriage?
He would need a doctor's note.
Can JK read?
I assume he can read, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he can read. I'm not saying at what level. I'm just saying
first grade level.
I'm just saying he can read.
Okay. Well, well, then he's right. Maybe he did need the proof, and he didn't have it.
Okay, so he goes, well, like, is there a way to prove like who it is? The baby, like they can do DNA tests, I could do it now. She goes, well, they don't really recommend you do it like when the baby's in utero, like it's pretty dangerous.
Right.
He goes, well, when the baby comes out and we do it, if it's mine, I'll be supportive.
If
And
it ain't got no teeth, it's mine.
and she goes,
JK's baby.
if it's got a little eyebrow tattoo,
Yes,
right,
most
comes out with a
definitely
little
is.
eyebrow tattoo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she goes, you're with this other female, but you don't want to be with her because you keep on ending up here. So, the talking head, she goes, JK has caused me a lot of pain by all this coming and going, but now I got to think about myself. I got to think about my baby. Now we get this dramatic shots, but like it's such like a gross area. It's like him over by a trash can smoking and her like walking down the street, but it's got like standing water where there
Yeah.
shouldn't be. And I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm,
That was water from her house garden, because her house is becoming a garden with all the greenery all over it. Like it's just it grows more. I mean, they've got good green stuff down there in cool Texas, so the water must be okay. I'll give them that.
it's growing in through the living room, those vines. That is.
God, they got to get taken care of before the little toothless baby comes.
I know.
Yeah.
And we see these dramatic shots, and he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go then. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave." And she goes, "Okay, bye." And he
Did you
goes,
see the way she wiped away that small tear and flick it? It was so dramatic. I was like, Alex, it's not that many tears in a row that you have to, like, literally she does like this, but then flicks it like it was just so many tears.
But it was just pouring.
Tears.
It was just pouring.
Pouring tears, yes.
And he tells her, he goes, life is complicated. And she's like, bye. So in the talking head, he says, I got a lot of love for Alex, and I can't control that she broke my trust when I was in prison. And then I got into a situation with Brooke. But what you can't control, sir, you can't control that you were banging her while you're with Brooke. You can't control that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So then we see badass Brooke is like, here I go. I'm going to pull up on Alex's house. I'm going to see what's doing over there. Okay. So she's going
to go over there, get your ass kicked again.
I mean, but he's right. Alex does not look pregnant. And Dad said she looked pregnant. But I mean, he's like, she just had a miscarriage.
She's only 7 weeks.
Yeah. I mean,
and we don't know, like, does Alex have other kids? Because sometimes when it's like your third baby, you start showing a little bit sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they said she had kids or not.
I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with 2-3.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, let's move over to Troy and Zeruiah. Wow, talking about flinging some tears, boy. He could have flung a whole ocean worth. Good grief.
I need for some small town theater house to cast him as Othello, because boy, can he cry on cue. I mean, he is just
wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually cried a little bit.
I didn't cry a little bit, but I really did feel for him, because he is really,
I did too.
He really is pulled in a lot of different directions.
Yeah.
And, I think that in the past, he and Zeruiah have maybe been total assholes or whatever. And we do still stand with Yana to say that if she doesn't want her kid to go with him, she doesn't have to send her kid with him. Yeah. That is her baby that she raised for 7 years, that he can't just like zip in, So we still agree with that. I was glad Yana didn't show up to this thing. She had the smarts to do that.
She was mature. Yeah, she was. And here's the thing. The way that baby Troy behaves and how she talks, Yana's done a pretty damn good job raising her by herself. And I still say that Yana has allowed for Troy's family to be a part of baby Troy's life, because she's very familiar with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and all the scenes that we see, I mean, even when she was with Karen at the train station, you can tell that she's around them very often.
Yeah, and she's probably like really likes Jackie, because she seems to be normal. So, so Zeruiah and her friend Sahara are headed to Buffalo. And Zeruiah's like, I'm so glad I have some support. Like, thanks for coming with me and everything. And she goes, I don't have any idea who's going to be there, like what I'm walking into, but I gotta get prepared. So now Troy is with baby Troy. Baby Troy is 8. And he's telling her, what we're going to do is we're going to make necklaces with granddad's ashes. So they'll be around the neck and be with us always. Why are you telling this 8-year-old this?
This child is in her mind trying to figure out, how do I make a friendship bracelet necklace out of ashes?
Yeah.
Of a man
that
grandpa She has no idea who this man. She's probably. I don't even know if she ever met him.
We don't know if she met him or not because he died several years ago when Troy was in prison. So did
Yeah,
Yana
so
let
she
baby
doesn't know
Troy
him.
meet him or not? You know?
Well, I mean, he was in prison for what, 6 years?
Mm-hmm. And he died
Carry
somewhere
the
in the middle.
two.
Somewhere on the middle of that, he died.
And she would be, even if she did meet him, she'd be too little to even remember.
2 or 3
Yeah.
years old. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, Dad, I like when you come visit me. It's really cute. Really
She's
cute.
a sweet little girl.
Very sweet. So now they're standing in this park, and he says to her, he says, my father taught me how to be a good father. And I apologize to you for all the years I was gone, but I'm here now. Dad's here now. And then talking to Ed, he's just crying and saying, my father would want me to be a good man, and I strive to be a good man. I only had my dad for 26 years. I was incarcerated for almost 6 years. Troy is now 30, so his dad died 4 years ago, so Troy would have been 4. So she didn't remember that guy.
I don't think she does.
Yeah.
No.
So his cousin, whose name is Tweet, and his aunt,
Mhm.
whose name is Niece.
I think it's pronounced Nisi.
Okay, but it's pronounced like your
It's
niece
spelled.
and your nephew.
It's most definitely spelled niece, but I think it's pronounced Nisi.
Okay, well, I rewound that. I was like, no, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Wait, Niece is the aunt. Okay, I had to, but
Mhm.
cousin's name is
Mhm.
Tweet, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed cousin
Yeah.
being named Tweet.
Tweet.
Tweet. And so, and then his sister Jackie arrives. And then Zeruiah arrives and pulls Troy off to the side. And she says, I have to talk to him. The secret is starting to consume me.
She had to make it about her. She cannot let this boy have this moment. She should have waited.
Tell him later.
Why did she, soon as she got, I want him to have such a great relationship with his daughter, but as soon as I get there, I take him away from his daughter.
And then she could have waited till that night to be like,
that would have been perfect.
Yeah. Such a hard day with all these hard feelings, but now I have something to lift you up,
Soon as I like her a little bit, she does something dumb.
I know. So she says, I'm so glad to see you. I have to tell you something. He goes, what, are you pregnant? I hate when people ruin surprises like that, don't you? I hate when people guess it. And I'm like,
and it's like, well, fuck, you took all the fun out of it.
It's like when I went to watch Unknown Caller with some of my friends.
Uh-huh.
And I said to my one friend, I know that you already know what happens. Don't say it. Okay. Don't say it and ruin it. Mm-hmm. And she goes, I'm not going to say it. And then the minute it comes on, one of my other friends within 5 minutes goes, oh, I know what this story is, and said the answer.
Hey, you know what? You are big on that because there are times that you have watched an episode before me, and I damn near have to offer you my firstborn son to get a hint of what happens. Like she's not exaggerating. She don't play that shit at all. Like,
no, I don't want you to know.
To be surprised. Yeah.
That's why I never watch previews for seasons. Somebody sent me a preview for Seeking Sister Wife, and I've got the episode. I just haven't watched it. People are like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This guy, look at this guy. And I go, I'm not watching that. I don't want to watch a preview. I'm going to watch the whole thing when I watch it.
And people do that to us a lot.
I don't want to be surprised. Don't surprise me. Don't surprise me. Okay. So he says, what, are you pregnant? And she says, yes. He's like, wait, what?
I know, right?
He was like, I wouldn't expect you to say that. And the talking head together, he says, I'm doing this really difficult thing by putting my father away peacefully. And having this news has been a real spirit lifter. And she says, I'm very excited to experience motherhood again, with my husband. And
that's sweet.
But she goes, but I want to keep it a secret for now. First of all, I don't want to ruin this memorial service, even though I just ruined it.
Yeah.
And I don't want all these people to know, like, I want to keep it a secret for now. Mm-hmm. So that was, she did it. She didn't let him go back over there and be like, guess what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see the baby because they finally revealed the baby announcement and all that stuff. She had the baby in August. So I guess once the season is over, that's when they'll start posting pictures of the baby.
I guess.
Or maybe they'll be like one of those crazy people that shows a picture of the baby and blurs the baby's picture out. Because I know if I go somewhere, I'm going to recognize a fucking newborn baby that I saw on television. That it doesn't happen.
No.
You don't recognize the babies.
You can't recognize a baby. Now, we would recognize somebody pushing the stroller that belonged with the baby.
That's my point. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, we're not going to recognize the baby. It's you we're going to see.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So, he is, crying and apologizing to Zeruiah, saying, "I want to be there for you. I want to be here for my family. I just want everybody to be happy. Can't we all just get along?" And now Troy's uncle Marcus brings the ashes, and Troy speaks to the group. And he says he wants to let go of all his hurt and pain and anger. And the only two things that kept him going while he was in prison was his father and his daughter. And then he also met his wife while he was in there. And that kept him going. No mention of Karen or Vaughn or Jackie. And he said then he just kind of starts losing it. And was like, "I love my dad so much. My father's going to live with me forever." And he is just really,
he crashed out
hard.
Yeah, hard.
He's bawling. I mean, like snot flying, bawling.
Yeah, he does not give a fuck. He's like, they say he is a poster child for men have feelings too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you need to let him out more than just like once a year, because then this happens when you don't.
Yeah.
He's bawling. And then he goes and he's like taking handfuls of the ashes, and I guess he's putting them in whatever, the Hudson River, whatever's in Buffalo. I don't know where the hell. I don't know. I don't know what body of water that is. Was it the Atlantic Ocean? I don't know.
I just didn't get putting the ashes all over him. Like, is this like some tribal thing that we don't know about? Some spiritual I was ready for him to start speaking in tongues while he was doing.
Was he rubbing them on himself? He had it in his hands, and I felt like he was putting it in the water, but they were flying back into his hair.
It was.
I couldn't tell.
I know, it looked like some kid got chalk and started writing on the back of his head.
Well,
what is going on here?
Me too. I paused it and zoomed in. I go, does he have one of those people that's got like a birthmark on the back, like the white stripe? No, and then I was like, oh no, that's dad. That's dad. That's dad in his hair.
Is so dramatic. Like, it reminds me of this episode. Did you watch that show, My Strange Addiction? I know you didn't.
I've seen an episode or two of it, but I haven't ever watched. Yeah.
So there's this lady who her husband dies and she has him cremated, and she just eats his ashes. I thought Troy was going to do that too.
What?
And then, like, when it got down to where she was about to run out, she had
to kill somebody else.
I was wondering, was she going to do that? Because she starts freaking the fuck out because, like, it was that much of ashes left. Like, she would take in the car, she would dip her fingers in it and eat it. No matter where she was, she would have his ashes and eat his ashes. I'm like, bitch, you have pica. Go to the doctor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Troy to do something like that.
So sweet little Troy walks up and is like, "Daddy, are you okay?" I know. She's so cute. And you're so right. You could tell because she's so well behaved. That is not Karen's influence. That Yana must be a really good mom.
But you know what? I can imagine that baby Troy probably likes to hang out with Karen.
Oh, she's fun.
Karen's hilarious. Yeah, she's funny.
She's fun, Grandma.
She's a mess. Yes, she is. She'll be back next week.
She's like, "Y'all just stay up late all night, and I don't care you watch Netflix. I go into bed."
Yes. I didn't smoke this joint, and took 3 edibles. Go to bed. Cookies over there. Be careful when you get the milk, baby Troy.
Night. Okay, we can move to Justine and Michael. Okay. So
this was weird.
It's weird. They don't really have a storyline. They're just back on the show because people like them. So they say they're going on their first trip since they really since they got married. I was like, I remember when y'all went to Vegas by yourselves to look at wedding to meet with his producer and stuff.
And like, we don't follow them on Instagram. This was totally not true.
Yeah. So they're headed to New York to look at wedding venues because most of their family lives over there. So they call home, they talk to the babies and are talking to Ed. She was like, "I'm nervous because I invited my mom to visit us while we're in New York." And then like 2 seconds later, Sherry arrives. Like, none of this really flowed. It's confusing. So Mom and Justine sit there and talk like they're best friends, like they've never had a problem.
I know. I know. I think it was because her mom was agreeing with the majority of the bullshit that she was, speaking.
Yeah.
And they somehow felt connected. I don't know.
It was no like, "Hey, got any new pictures of the babies or anything?"
No, because I think she sees pictures of the babies. I
I
really
guess.
do.
So they're talking and they're talking about like, what do you think we should do about food? Because what if we invite a lot of people? And then her mom says, and Justine agrees that a buffet is tacky. Now, I
Mhm,
say a buffet is not tacky because here in the South, mostly we do huge wedding receptions where there are buffets everywhere. And
mhm,
people don't
mhm,
have a seated dinner like your pick your chicken or your steak. People don't really do that too much in the South.
mhm,
So I
mhm.
didn't enjoy that comment. But maybe up north, a buffet is tacky.
I have been to both and
Hmm.
enjoyed both. I was an event planner and planned them for both. And it's like whatever tickles your fickle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think one is. I've never did an event and it was buffet, and I thought this is so fucking tacky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I was thinking this is pretty fucking smart because it's a lot cheaper.
It's a lot
You know what I
cheaper.
mean? It's a
Yeah,
lot
because
cheaper.
then if
Yeah,
4 people don't show up and now you got like
you're
$100 a
screwed,
plate, yeah, you're screwed.
and it
Yeah.
always happens.
Of course.
Always.
Oh, of
Yep.
course.
Yep.
So, Mike is like, "Oh god, Sherry, I'm worrying about this budget because I know how you are. Your wedding was 100,000." Now, will we have
Mhm,
doves? We had doves. We get this information in 2008. Her
mhm.
mom drove up and Justine was a teen
In the
bride.
wedding.
Well,
Yeah.
she was a
Mhm.
teenager and we saw Kylie there too.
Yep.
So her mom drove up in a 1920s Bentley. They had ice
Mhm.
sculpture. They had multiple caves. She paid for her own. What I'm like, what? Who is Sherry married to?
Yeah, we all wanna know, is she still married? Like, what is and I gotta say, Sherry looked fucking amazing in her wedding
I was
pictures.
about to say, okay, in the wedding pictures, yes, she did.
She looks what did she say about the buffet wedding? Trashy?
Trashy.
That's kinda what she looks like now.
Yeah.
Because her fingernails were all chipped.
Oh, they were all like they were all look like she had like wiped the nail polish off, but not totally. Like they look bloody.
Yes.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
literally when they showed her nails in the picture and she was talking, I go, "This is the woman that had the $100,000 wedding? What?"
You would never be able to tell now that she had that kind of a wedding. It was beautiful. I loved it.
I,
Fancy.
all the pictures and everything looked amazing. I'm like, "Can we find out more
They
about
did.
Sherry? Like, what's going on with Sherry?"
I know.
Maybe that's
Mhm.
why she's so bitter.
So somebody was balling.
Mhm. So, she said she paid for it herself, but how did she have a job to pay for a wedding like that herself? Or she's still paying
Look,
for it now, 20 years later, you know?
she's probably still paying for unless the husband was well to do off. And
Yeah,
she meant like I paid for my own wedding. My parents didn't pay for the wedding. We didn't ask anyone else for money for the wedding or something like that.
yeah,
That is a lot of money.
a lot. Yeah,
I would never recommend someone spend that much money on a wedding.
neither, and almost 20
No.
years ago, too.
Yeah.
So, they go look at this venue, it's called Leonard's, and his cousins are there, Nadia and Angelica, and they meet
Mhm,
Justine, and his dad
mhm.
is there. Now, his dad has got this same terrible haircut that Michael currently has.
Evidently, as we have seen on multiple shows that we've watched, that is the new latest in haircuts for men. I
No,
don't
I cannot agree.
get it.
Well, I'm only around, boys that have the floppy thing in the front that look like a squirrel in the front of their head. That's the only thing I'm ever around, and then others
Yeah.
just guys with regular haircuts.
My
But
brother got a haircut recently to go to a wedding yesterday, and this was all shaved.
uh-huh.
Kind of
Yeah,
like them. Like it's like Cal, all shaved.
and then just
Well, no, he
brush
doesn't have that
for
hair texture,
it.
but it was kind of like it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't
And I
okay.
don't I don't get it.
Um, so in the talking head, he says, yeah, he's very close to his dad. But his dad, Michael Sr., is very bougie. Like he goes, I don't know how to explain it. Like he wouldn't eat at a Waffle House. Um, and he says, but
Okay.
this is a venue that my dad picked out. So I'm sure it's going to be like more than my budget.
Well, then maybe dad should help pay for it.
His dad paid for it, right? So they tour the facility, and then we see Michael's sister Izzy that we've never seen before.
Never heard about
Never heard about her. Is
mm-mm.
she with
The dad's daughter
dad's daughter
or
or
mom.
is
Yeah.
Maria's daughter? Okay. So then we see this gorgeous room, but they
Mhm.
say, and here's the king and queen chair. And in my mind, that's more cheesy than a buffet. I don't enjoy a king and
Those
queen
are
chair.
those are now no longer in style, but
Mm-mm.
there's some people who just will not let that shit go.
Yeah.
They have to have it. It is always that king and queen shit. Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
like
It's played out.
at the reception, they sit by themselves and eat at the king and queen chair, but like everybody else, instead of like with the bridal party. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So Michael talks to his dad, and dad goes, this place minimum 40K. And now we see Justine telling her cousins that she hopes to spend about 60K. And mom goes,
Mhm.
you can't do it for that. You can't do I spent 100K. Okay, we know.
We
We know.
know.
We know. We know.
Yeah.
And that's when we see the pictures with Justine and Kylie when she's a little baby. Um, we're talking to Michael and Justine together. He goes, look, I don't want to come up short. And I don't want
Mhm.
to make a crucial mistake in our finances. And, this wedding is becoming unattainable. Like I see it fading
Right.
into the distance. And
Right.
she's like, I don't. I see it as attainable. Now at dinner, this is when we see her like bad nails in the picture.
Mhm.
Um, they start they start chatting about like the head count. The head count has to be the place to start, right? Then you can really
Right.
decide everything else.
Yeah.
And then somebody at the table is like, well, you got to count him. The mom, I think, is like the band, the catering, a photographer, and don't forget tipping. You have to tip everybody.
Yeah.
And he gets all annoyed and leaves the table. She was like, well, I'll pay for my part, like my dress or whatever. And he gets all mad and like gets up and leaves the table. It made no sense. He's like, well, you pay for dinner then. It's like,
It, it didn't make sense what either one of them said. I didn't understand her saying, I'll pay for my part. Bitch, the whole wedding is your part.
what do you
Like,
mean?
you keep saying what do you mean you're just going to pay for? You don't work.
She's got
It's
money from
all,
the
I
show
mean,
and her rap career. So
oh God, yeah, they're still trying to do that shit. So I didn't understand when she said that either. And I think that's what kind of annoyed him. Like, this whole thing is for you because if I had my choice, we wouldn't be doing this at all. And now you want
yeah,
to say like who's paying for what? Like all y'all's money is in the same bucket.
yeah,
It
totally.
was weird. Yeah.
So the talking head, he's like, my stress is through the roof, and I've not
Mhm.
been honest and told her everything. So obviously there's money troubles. And then when you talk to them, she said that you will meet her dad this season. So maybe
Yeah.
he's going to come through and pay for the wedding.
I just don't feel a need that someone with 18 kids who are already married, they
Hmm.
do not need a big fancy wedding. Now, I would say do like get dressed up, get the kids dressed up, get a nice, nice dress and take pictures
Hmm.
because you didn't get that. But I don't understand the need for, or maybe go on a honeymoon. I don't
Yeah.
get the need for a $60,000 wedding in the position that they're in.
I don't understand it either. And even don't they have like somebody that they know in Vegas or New York or somewhere that's got like a gorgeous backyard and they could just have a wedding planner and then do it there?
Yeah, I did a lot of weddings that were like that, and it's so. I think people have so much more fun because they're not stressed out about this loan they've had to take out
Yeah, right.
for this damn wedding. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, good luck.
Well, anyway, that's the end of those two. Okay. Latisha and Keith, boy, oh boy. Okay.
Oof.
She's currently not in jail, but she did
Mhm,
go to jail. I
mhm.
think she's been arrested like twice since this season started.
I think so too. And I
Hmm.
know the last time it was like a $40,000 cash bond.
Hmm.
So how they came up with $40,000, I do not know.
Either.
But she's
So
out.
we have an opening shot of, hey, here we are, blended family. We see Nariah, Kira, Mari, and mom and dad. Mari, he is so like, please, okay, stop taking my picture. He's like, I don't want to
I
be
mean,
on
they're
TV.
teenagers. It's the same with Nariah. Like they want. Here's the thing: how fucking embarrassing! You're on a reality TV show, and both your parents are criminals.
Yeah. Yes.
I wouldn't want to go to school. Can you imagine what the kids at school say?
Yeah. They're like,
And
oh,
then your mom's
my
talking
mom's
about,
my mom saw you on TV. Hmm.
yeah, and you say your pussy hurt because y'all fucked so much last night. Like this is embarrassing to these kids, and the parents
Very,
don't even realize it.
very, yeah.
Uh,
So now we see Keith working out. At first I thought like, oh, he must be in the basement, but he was like in the living room because he just walked right into the other. I was like, you got this workout situation right there in the dining area.
so
So
convenient from the
um,
kitchen to the dining room to work out.
So he's working out, and his dad calls and is asking, like, how's Marie doing? He says he's doing
Mhm.
good. And he tells us he has supervision of him, not custody, but he's doing
Right.
great. So I don't
Right.
really know the difference.
S- Okay, so he has no legal rights to him. I don't think he can make like medical decisions, school decisions, things
Uh
like
huh.
that.
Hmm.
He probably isn't even supposed to be over there every day,
Okay.
if
He's
that makes
supposed to
sense.
be able to, like, he can visit if he wants.
But he
Yeah.
can visit if he wants. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if it were my kid, I'd be like, "Look, you're just gonna stay with us. Like, don't nobody got to know." You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
So,
right.
except
So,
for the people watching the television show who work for CPS. But oh well, we'll worry about that later.
whoops. So we
Mhm.
see Latisha say, "Hey, Suri, call my attorney," which is hilarious. Okay. No,
Arthur?
not you. Not immediately. Just
Oh gosh. She's
sorry.
like, yes.
But I don't know if Arthur is her attorney for this because she just keeps
Uh
saying
you you
my attorney, you know?
you might be right because Arthur does appreciate his camera time. And I have a feeling that if she were talking to him, he'd be like, I need for you to come down to the office because if I'm gonna do this,
Mhm.
I need the whole camera crew, boom, boom boy, boom box, everything. I need all the song and dance if we're gonna do this. So I think you might be right, Mary Kay.
Oh, Keith goes in the kitchen to cook something, and the talking head, she tells us, I'm dealing with a theft charge with the client. The court
Mhm.
date is a few days away, and it's a possible 15-year charge." Uh,
Okay.
Girl, this is no, like, class B misdemeanor that we're looking at over there with
No,
Jawaila and Kiana. We're talking about a
a felony.
possible 15-year charge. That's a felony, girl.
Yeah.
And she goes,
She worried about Keith and his kids and shit. You need to be worried about yourself and who's gonna keep your kids.
yeah. And she goes, "We're finally all together, and now this happens." No, this is something
No,
you
it didn't just
did. It
happen.
didn't just happen. Um, she's like, "Yeah, I've thought about what's gonna happen with the kids and my husband if I went away." And then she goes, "I'm not even sure he would wait for me if I was incarcerated." And that's terrifying.
He wouldn't.
That's awful to think she waited for him all these years. They are fully married,
Yeah.
and just the first thing to be like, "I don't know if he'd wait for me." That's awful to think
Think
that
he
way.
would. I don't think he would either. Well, first of all, he'd have no place to live. Like he would have to go find the next sugar mama so
And
he'd have a
take
place to live.
4 kids with him? 1, 2, 3 kids with him?
Well, he don't have custody of the other two. They're with their moms. He just got them one.
So, he goes to see his dad, Doc. His dad, Doc, works at the community center, and he says he likes, to be there. Um, and they talk about how things are going with Marie. And his dad goes, "So, what's happening, like, with this case?" And Tisha, she's going to
Mhm.
court, and he says, "God forbid she has to have jail time." And Doc's like, "Who's going to take care of the kids?" He goes, "Ah, mumble, mumble." And he goes, "You guys need to sit down and talk about this.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
what if in 2 days they take her away? Then what?"
I mean, Nariah has a dad who's
Right.
active in her life. Damari does have his grandparents, but the little one who just found out Keith is not her biological daddy,
Mhm.
what's gonna keep her?
I don't know. She'll have to
What's
go with
gonna happen?
Uriah. They're gonna have to take
I
her.
mean, Keith doesn't have. She go with Nariah.
Yeah. She'll have to go
You
with her
think
sister.
Nariah's dad would take
Yeah.
care of?
This is
Okay,
what
so
I'm
you know her
hoping
dad.
for. I'm
Okay, because
hoping.
I was like, you. Oh, so you interviewed her dad? You didn't tell me about it.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping they would say, "Yes, you can come too."
Okay, that's
That's
a.
that would be the best thing, so she could go with her sister.
So then she could find out another man is not her biological dad. Poor child has been through enough daddy issues with none of the men being her daddy.
Oh my god,
So
maybe she
yeah,
could go with Aunt Marcia. Yeah.
you know what? I now that she would step up and do.
Yeah.
I do believe that. Yeah.
So, in the talking head, Doc says, my son's doing well, but the transition into society is hard. I was in prison too, so I understand, and it's a worrisome situation with Latisha and this prison sentence hanging over their heads. The two of them need to sit down and come to an understanding about what's happening here.
Yes.
Now we get Latisha's pretending to work remotely at a coffee shop. It's hilarious.
Okay, wait. First of all, if I'm working remote, it's gonna be in my living room. I'm not gonna get dressed up. She had on a suit that looked like something from the nanny that Fran Drescher would have on.
Well, it was shorts though. It was shorts. Yeah.
Exactly. Like something that Nandy would have on. I'm like, bitch, where are you going? Like, she wants to be a boss babe so bad that she
Listen,
gets dressed and goes to go to the library at least, make it a little bit fancy. She is
listen.
a trip.
She is manifesting it by dressing the part and speaking it into existence. That's what she's doing.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and I just said it's like business lady cosplay. She's like, here I am with
Basically.
my
Yes.
computer and my suit. Da, da, da. Um,
Yes.
and she goes, yeah, working at the coffee shop, it is different than being in a big corporate office.
You think?
What big corporate office have you ever worked? Have you worked for Amazon? Did you work for the New York Times? Like, what big corporate office are you talking about?
It was her little strip center office was big and corporate, Mary Payne.
No, girl.
In her eyes, it was big and corporate.
So she says, I don't really miss having a team that was so stressful, having to
Yeah,
not
right.
pay all those people.
Yeah.
So her cousin, Shy, arrives and she's like, I love, when my cousin comes to visit, she knows me really well. And she tells her, she's like, oh, girl, how you doing? She's, well, I've been waiting to hear from my attorney. All of this going on is a huge weight on my shoulders. And I'm very worried about my kids. I'm worried about my husband. It's a lot on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if this has happened to her and she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, she's the victim.
Yes.
Literally, she is filming in the house that is in the name of the person who she defrauded.
Yes.
Which is just crazy business to me. And she's sitting there like she is a victim.
Yes. It's really something.
It's wild.
And so in the talking head, she goes, I don't let people see it, but I'm dying inside. I'm so worried. And she says, but even strong people, boss babes, can go through shit. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And her attorney films me. She's like, her attorney calls, she's like, don't film me, and runs down the street. Okay, Bianca. Now, do we know if Daniel's out? Do we know if Daniel's
He is out?
He is out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preaching about the Lord. Preaching about the Lord.
Okay, so now he's into Jesus. All right, that was quick. That was quick.
Whatever works.
So we start back. We get back. Then they're fighting at the Mexican place, and I did notice, and I know you noticed when they were fighting, and he had not gotten his food, and he got up. I was like, is he going to go back for that food?
I was like, so is he going to get it to go? Because he already put the order in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be fresh and hot like it would be if he just sits down to eat it, but you got to at least take that shit. You know me, I would love to eat it in the comforts of my bed.
Yes, I know that. Yes.
Because I get down like that. But I was worried about the food too, Mary Payne.
I was concerned he wasn't going to get his food because he ordered like a huge steak. So, so they're at the Mexican place, they're fighting, and he goes, yeah, he says, I just wanted you to come and live in Arizona so I wouldn't have to go to a halfway house. And she goes, I just can't even tell if you're serious right now. And he goes, this huge, like, whole side of his face wink. And you're like,
yeah. Yeah.
And then she goes, I can't live with a person like this. You're verbally abusive. And he goes, well, really? Because I can't be with you because this is the type of person I've become because I'm with you. And she goes, no, I think this is who you've been all along. And he goes, yeah, maybe. Fuck it. So he says, so you're going back to Florida and cry to your mom and dad or what? And
what if she does?
He's so mean. And she goes, no, I think I'll be fine. I could cry here. I'll be fine on my own. And she goes, I mean, but what should we do? Because I can't live with you. Like, I shouldn't have to be the one to leave because she's the one that could pay for the apartment.
Right.
And he goes, no, I'm not leaving. And she goes, but what if I want to bring a guy home? He goes, just give me some warning. I'll get out of there. I can handle it. I don't care, but I'm not leaving. And she goes,
and so the eviction notice is put on the door.
Right. And she goes, so you can afford the rent? He goes, no, not on my own, but I'll find someone. And she goes, okay. She goes, well, I could also just bring a shit ton of alcohol into the apartment and call your PO and then he'll kick you out.
Which was funny and kind of not cool at the same time.
Well, at this point, he deserves it.
An asshole. Yeah.
And he goes, do it and see how that goes. Which was a threat.
Threatening.
It was a threat.
Yeah. I'm not liking how either one of them is communicating right now.
But she's being pretty calm.
I think she's scared.
I was scared.
I mean, if she were to get hyped up, like, I
Yeah.
don't know what he would fucking do. Flip over the table? Like,
Throw that
I don't
steak at her.
know.
I don't know. So then he says,
Not throw the steak at her.
he said, that's dishonest. That's my problem with you. You're not honest. And it drives me nuts. And I cannot, to the life of me, figure out what he thinks she's not honest about.
So I think personally, she painted a picture of herself that was not really her while he was in prison.
That
I
she was
think
like a go-getter and not lazy.
Like she was a go-getter,
Yeah.
like super, super positive, like, everything that she was not.
Yeah.
Like, I think they both catfish one another as far as their personalities go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I think she is like a Debbie Downer. Like, she
Yeah.
don't seem fun or anything like.
No.
So I think that's what he means. And then when he got out of prison, now, mind you, she was kind of shitty because, like, if he didn't make her coffee, she's like, well, I spent all this money. That's the least. She kept like nagging about how much money. And I think he got sick of it, and the asshole in him completely fucking came out.
Yeah. And also he started drinking too.
Drinking.
So, yeah.
Now, in this scene, I don't know if it's just alcohol. He seems kind of tweaked out a little bit to me.
He does.
He's done a lot.
Something's going on there.
Yeah.
So he says, kiss my fucking ass. You're a bitch, dude. And he walks off. She's sitting there like this, like looking around like, does any help? Anybody?
That is crazy.
So he goes off to the side and he says to production, he goes, that engagement in prison, like, I'm in it. But that's nuts. You don't know anybody till you live with them. And after tonight, she just needs to get out. I don't even want her in the same state. And then he goes,
I mean, I've hated somebody enough that I didn't want them in the same state as me either.
He goes, can I go eat? Can I go eat? Like, is she gone? Can I go eat? Yeah.
That would be me. I'd be like, can I eat? Or can you guys like give me a to-go box? Like, I'm not leaving without this nourishment.
Because you paid for this food and I would like to have it. Yeah.
And a tomahawk is not cheap.
No, I was surprised. That's what he got.
Yep.
So in the talking head, I guess they have asked him to address Bianca. So he says, addressing Bianca, he says, he says, you were there for me in the worst time of my life, Bianca. And I can never forget that. But that's no excuse to treat me in a bad way. Yes, she hasn't treated him in a bad way.
This whole episode was so filled with delusion.
Yeah.
Like, it really was on a new level.
He says, it would be better if I was upfront about my feelings and I'll let it go on for too long, but my heart is empty for you now. And it's no one's fault but your own. You'll find somebody someday who'll put up with your bullshit, but I'm not that guy. I'm sorry I strung you along, but I was holding out on hope. I thought the person I fell in love was in there beating in your chest, but I was wrong. He is drunk because he's making no sense.
He's trying to be poetic.
Yes.
It's trying to sound intelligent and mature. And it's just not, it's not landing at all.
It just sounds like a drunk person trying to be deep. Yeah.
It is not. No, he just needs to be, he needs to just say, I don't fucking like her and go on about his business. That I can understand. Like, you just don't fucking like her. Okay, great. All this other stuff is just, I don't know if it's for the cameras. I don't know if it's real. I don't know.
I don't either. Okay, so then in the talking head, she goes, I'm glad it happened now and not 5 years from now if we were married or something. And their producer says, you're going to move out? And she goes, maybe. I don't know. I can't predict it. 3 days later, it's eerie music. Bianca calls Daniel as he's sitting for his talking head. And he's like, hello. And she goes, you are such a piece of shit. You have cheated on me with so many women. I've looked at every message. It goes back for so long. You're such a piece of shit. Like, this is awful behavior. He's going, good. Yeah. Good. Thank you.
My bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay the fuck out of my room. And don't tell me what I need to work on when you need to work on yourself. Fuck off. I'm done with you. I was done with you on the second day I met you. Fucking eat shit.
It was a shitty situation between him being a piece of shit and her eating shit. It was a lot of shit going on. But I have to say this.
Yes.
She did not really want to leave. What made her leave was not the fact that he was being mean to her. Was not the fact that he had started back drinking.
Yeah.
not the fact that he was being verbally abusive. It's only when she saw that he had been cheating on her. She would have stayed and put up with all of his bullshit. Because the simple fact that she went and even looked through his things.
Mm-hmm.
And ladies, let me tell you, never go through a man's phone. You are bound to see something that you do not want to see at all. Don't go looking for shit. Like, it's going to pop up anyway. You'll find out about it. But it was the cheating that really made her leave, which is sad because it should have been all the other shit.
Yeah. Somebody speaking to you that way should have been it.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 weeks later, Bianca is in Florida. She says, I feel hopeful. I didn't want to subject myself to that negative environment. I can be around people who love and support me. She's living with her mom now. And she's like, yeah, and I'm a bit traumatized. When she's talking in her car, she looks healthy. Like she's actually gotten a little bit of, maybe she ate something, iron in her system. Yeah.
Yeah. She stopped letting that vampire drain her every night. Like, whatever she's doing, she needs to keep doing it.
She looked better. So she goes to see her friend Haley and the dog, and she has a glass of wine. She goes, I wasn't drinking, but now I am.
I think she deserves the glass of wine.
She deserved it, girl. So they play a little yard game with the dog or whatever. And she says, he was talking to so many women from the very beginning, and I found all this stuff, like he was doing stuff on camera while these girls were watching. And she was like, I really don't want to talk about, but it was like 100 women he was talking to and offering money to.
Damn. That's a lot of when do you have time to work? When do you have time to eat? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know how men do that shit. I really don't.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a part-time job.
She goes, he was probably cheating on me the whole time, even when he was in prison. And she goes, and he knew that I was the one that could uproot my life because I didn't have kids. I was an easy target for him. She's all good that she's figured this out.
Yep.
And she goes, but now he's got a car with his name on it and he's got an apartment. I got a roof over his head and made sure it was all perfect. He was using me, and that's just the truth.
Here's my thing.
Sad.
Well, my thing.
Mm.
You need to let that motherfucker, when he gets out of prison, he needs to go do his own thing. He needs to be with his family. He needs to get back on his feet. We need to stop being Captain Save-A-Ho to these people. Like, they're prisoners. Like, they have something to prove not only to you, but to society as well. Why should they come home to a brand new apartment and a brand new car? No. They were in prison. Like, they didn't go off like on, what do the Mormons do? They go off on the little retreats on their mission.
Missions, yes.
He wasn't out there doing the Lord's work. He was in prison.
Maybe he is now, though. Maybe he is now.
We'll see how long that shit lasts.
So she tells Haley, she goes, I haven't blocked. She goes, I promise, I haven't blocked. I don't feel anything for him now. It really was a lesson. There's no love there. She's like, it's okay. It's okay. And Haley's like, are you for real? Because would you? And she was like, no, I promise. So in the talking head, Bianca says, I seek out toxic partners. I don't know why, but this is a life lesson. And I want to get a career in something. And I want to find out what I'm passionate about and focus on that and myself. So she needs to go to like a job fair or meet with a counselor who can give a quiz and see what she's interested in and suggest things.
Because she can't live off that money. So I read that her settlement, and I don't know if it was true, was $350,000.
Okay, well, that's going to run out.
Especially the way that she spends it.
That's going to run out, yeah. So the producer says, if you had a message for Daniel, what would it be? And she says, oh, fuck you, Daniel. You're a piece of shit. And you'll probably end up back in prison or homeless and addicted to drugs. His karma's coming. It's not good. Yeah.
All of those could be true.
Yeah. 1 month later, we see Daniel. Now he's self-filming himself in jail. So,
they let prisoners do that shit now.
Yeah. And he's in a re-entry program, it says. And he goes, well, I'm locked up again. I failed a drug test for alcohol. I got really drunk a few weeks ago and pissed off my PO. So they put me in this 90-day program. Was it worth it to get drunk again? No, because I'm back here. I had a full-time job, a lease on an apartment, and now I might lose my driver's license because I wanted to have some alcohol. So no, it wasn't worth it.
Yep. I mean, all he had to do was reach out to his probation officer, say, "Look, I'm feeling the need to go back to drinking. I
Yeah.
need some kind of help, some kind of support." But he chose not to. He
Chose not
just
to.
wanted to be balls deep in 100 women.
Mm. Okay. Quiana, Damodrick, Jawaila.
Yes.
Okay. So Damodrick says, talking to Jawaila in the backyard, says, "You're tripping, accusing me of having something to do with that regarding the car." He
Mm-hmm.
says, "Yeah, are you trying to send me back to prison?" And she goes, "You're just
Mm.
acting clueless and I don't like it. I got to go to work. Come on, kids, get in the car." It's like,
She treats those kids. I feel sorry for them.
she's
Like,
always like,
she's never affectionate with them or talks lovingly to them. She likes to ruin their birthday parties. She tries to even ruin it when they're outside playing catch with their dad. Just,
yeah, yeah.
ew.
So, in the talking head, he says, I think she's lying. She knows I didn't have
Mhm.
anything to do with it. She just wants me to go back to prison. Like, if she can't have me, nobody will.
I mean, there could be some truth to that.
I would think she'd want him to get out and get a job so he could help with the kids.
Well, she's used to him being in prison and not helping with the kids.
Oh, that's true. So in the car, remember his dad, Jerry, is talking to Kiana. He had taken her to the lawyer and said, look, some people just like to make other people miserable. You got to ignore the situation with Jawaila. And she arrives home and Jawaila has left. So does she know,
Man,
yeah, does she know Jawaila was at her house? I don't know.
hell no. But that would have been must see TV if she would have driven up and Jawaila was still there.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So we did have someone like talk about the case.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
remember we had that question about like how can there be a warrant out for her?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, because I love to give credit, it was Stephanie.
Okay.
She's very smart. She wasn't little smart, whatever you said last weekend
Oh,
when
we
you were
need
doing
somebody
love
just a
versus
little
smart.
smart. Yeah, we just a little
Yeah, I
smart.
think
Yeah.
she's big smart. She
Okay.
goes, I don't think that's true at all. She goes, because there was no evidence. The only thing they could have said was that, hey, she did post these pictures of her online, so there is beef. But she goes that in a normal situation, they just don't put out an active warrant for someone based off of what someone speculates with no
Yeah.
evidence.
Yeah.
So she thinks the whole thing is fake. And she looked up the attorney who goes by the Lubbock lawyer. I say,
Mhm.
stop right there. No,
Mhm.
we don't even need to go into his office like the Lubbock lawyer. That is not a flex at all. So yeah, it looks like this may have been fabricated for TV.
Ugh, all right. So, Kiana is telling him how it went with the lawyer, and she's like, "This woman, she just wants to be me so bad. Like she's made up all this stuff about me, blah blah blah." So the talking head Joel's like, "It's been made out that I'm the problem, but I didn't have any issues until he got out. I was just at peace, trying to build a new life. Well, you knew he was getting out, so it's not like you thought he was in for
And
life."
you were posting things about having sex with him and drip
Yes.
drip drip, peach peach peach, eggplant eggplant, all that kind
Yeah.
of shit on
My
social
man, my
media.
man, my man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Mm,
no,
yeah. So now she gets pulled over while they're filming.
that's so fucking funny. This was
Crazy.
filled with karma. Here's another
Yes.
karma situation right here.
So she was like, "I'm scared now. I don't even have time to go to jail."
No one has time to go to jail, Jawaila.
So the cop comes back, takes her license, comes back and says, "You have warrants through the city. Is that what you're paying on?" And she says, "Yeah, I thought I paid it because when I went to court, he said he dropped everything, and then I just had a misdemeanor on there. It's like class B, and it's been okay this whole time." So I was like, "Huh?"
She even talks like her glasses are lopsided.
Um, and she goes, he says, "Did you do time?" She said, "No, I didn't do any time. It was time served and other charges were dropped." And he goes, "Okay, well, you're going to get 2 citations today, like for the expired plates." He pulled her over for expired plates. And she's getting a
Right.
citation for not being able to see when she drives because of her glasses. I don't know. Um,
She failed the seeing the eye test part of the driver's license test. Like, ma'am,
it's just like,
you're not. Here she goes. Here she goes. You need to be watching this on.
it's like the glasses are over the hair like this.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, she's like, I don't, I think I have warrants out for my arrest. I don't know. You guys, it's, it's
It's
wild.
such, and they're still like that because she's been on TikTok and they're still like that. I
Some
don't understand it.
somebody on the Pink Shade group posted like a screenshot of one of her lives that she was doing, and I said, "Well, she looks good. That her hair, everything looks good." And they go, "Oh, girl, when
The
the filter went
glasses.
off, and it was." I
Yes.
was like,
Yes. Yeah. She uses
"Oh no."
very heavy filters. And she got on there talking shit. She's on live. So of course everyone is going to ask her about Damodrick, right?
Yeah, right.
She's like, y'all just so full of shit. Yeah, why y'all ask me about this? Why y'all ask me about my life? The life that we watch you have every Friday night,
We
you're
didn't know
pissed
you
off
before
because
this.
people are,
This is what we're
you're
interested
mad
in.
because people are asking you about, don't ask me about that. Okay,
Well, what are
girl.
we supposed to ask her about?
What are we supposed to ask you about? Your glasses? Your
Your
makeup
wig,
business?
your wig
Your
line? We
wigs?
don't know.
I mean, give us something else to talk about.
So the next day, she says, "Yeah, yesterday I was freaking out because I had some other charges from back when my driver's license was suspended, but I'm ready to move on from that situation." Now we're getting juxtaposition between Jawaila at
Mhm.
home and Damodrick and Kiana going on this stupid swan paddle boat
One
ride.
day, yeah.
Like, well,
Mhm.
don't make me exercise on my date. Um,
Oh my gosh, you know that if I were going on like a pedal swan thing, I would be dressed as a swan.
well, yes, I imagine that you
I
would.
would.
Yeah.
I just, how could you not? Just
How could
just got
you
to do it.
actually? So
I'm actually about to get on Amazon when we get done and see if I can find me a Grateful Dead headband.
you need like a flower crown. That's what you need. Just look up
I
like
need
flower
something.
crown, and it'll be just like a yeah.
I want one with
So
the teddy bears like on the little antenna thingies.
no,
So it
that's
can really annoy the fuck out of you.
no, that's annoying. Mm-mm.
I
So
know.
they talk about the drama with Juela, and Kiana just like burst into tears.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's trying to, console her. He goes, "Is there anything I can do moving forward to be better?" And she's like, "You've got to be willing to open up with me. And if you don't mind, please stop banging her. Please."
Yeah, start there. Start there. Quit fucking your baby mama. Like this is it is so ridiculous that they're fighting over this man. That no, just Kiana is going through all this stress over a man. She's got 2 kids that are not his. He's got 6 kids that are not hers, and they've been together this 10-year long relationship. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it.
So
Do
now
better.
this investigator named Keith goes over to talk to Joella. He's with the Lubbock lawyer, I guess. And
Mhm.
she says, he goes, "All right, why don't you tell me what happened?" She goes, "Well, Kiana vandalized my car and she's just cuckoo over a man."
Like
And,
you are.
and he goes, "Okay, so would you be willing to take a polygraph about this?" And she says, "Well, who's going to fail, me or her?" He goes, "Well, that's what we're trying to
But
find out
that's
here."
what the polygraph is. Oh, poor thing.
And Keith goes, "Well, from what I can see here, Kiana's never had any trouble with the law at all." Well, meaning like,
Unlike
and you
you. Yeah.
have. Um,
Mhm.
and he goes, "Is there anybody else that would want to do this to you?" And she goes, "No, just her." And he goes,
I find that hard to believe.
and he says, "Have you been in trouble with the law?" And she goes, "Yeah, I just got pulled over." Of course, he's like, "That's not what I meant."
Yeah.
And she says, "It doesn't matter. Also, if nobody's ever been in trouble, they could be in trouble." And he says, "Well, that's true." And he
Mhm.
says, "Now, if I could schedule a polygraph for you, would you do it?" And she goes, "I'm not about to be a chirping bird for her, you know?" What does that
Okay,
mean?
so the goal is you want to find out who did this.
Mhm.
But your goal is only to prove that Kiana did
That
it.
she did
That's
it.
it. She doesn't
Right.
care who it's anyone else in the world could have done it and it would have been, oh, you know what? That's fine. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's the Kiana. She's obsessed with Kiana.
She says, "My school stuff got destroyed, my tires got slashed, and she wrote on my car." And he
Bitch, how did
goes,
your school stuff get messed up?
"Because
That has never been explained.
when the a window got smashed in, I guess the glass landed on top of her fake eyelashes. I don't know."
When did a window get smashed in?
They keep showing a picture of like glass on top of her stuff, or they just keep maybe I'm imagining the glass, maybe they're just showing her stuff.
all I have seen are the tires and what's written on the back of the windshield, which if our windshield had been clean, the person would not have been able to write
Well,
whatever they wrote.
Listen, who amongst us?
And here's the Damodrick already paid her the money.
Right. And so he goes, listen, would you be willing to sign this affidavit for non-prosecution? And then you wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. And she goes, no, then she wouldn't have to deal with it anymore.
See?
Everybody just wants her to be the good girl. And she says, nobody's on my side. She tries to walk inside. And he goes, no, wait, just give me a couple more minutes. She goes, okay, for me to sign this, I would want to have a meeting with Quiana. And then I want my cosmetics and things paid for that were in my car. And he goes, okay, I can try to coordinate a meeting with the two of you.
There's no reason for them to have a damn meeting.
And the talking head, Jawaila, says, Quiana and I need to have a one-on-one talk. She needs to apologize for what she did. Well, she's not going to do that. She's not going to admit it and apologize that she,
No.
So back to the duck boats with Swan Boat with Damodrick and Quiana. And he's like, we can get through it together. Pedal, 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 pedal. Next time on, Crazy Karen is yelling. I don't know what she's yelling about.
Glad to have her back.
Glad to have her back. Good to see you, Karen. Michael tells Justine, I have something to tell you. It's about their finances.
Mm-hmm.
JK says to Brooke, I had to go talk to Alex. And she says, for what? And then some cop cars drive up. Man, we don't know what that's about.
Nope.
Latisha gets all mad at Keith. We don't know what that's about either. Courtney does that crazy laugh when Will asks her if she's cheated, which we've now seen this about 160 times. We've still never seen the answer.
I thought this was over. I thought they were done. Like I thought we're not going to see them anymore.
Me too. I thought we were done with them.
Yeah.
And then Jawaila tells production, Damodrick, he's always trying to fuck me. And the production goes, do you have any receipts on that? And she goes, he sent me a text this morning. And she shows the camera. So
if he is,
then he's stupid.
He's fucking real stupid, because why would you do? You're giving her more ammo to come after your girlfriend and try to ruin your relationship.
Yeah. I mean, if since he got back together with Quiana, he's gone over there and banged her, and there's texts proving it, then he's stupid. He deserves to get caught.
I think so too. Yeah. But we know they're still together, so. But that doesn't mean shit. These people cheat on. They're okay with him cheating,
and they stay together.
Clearly.
They stay together, but because they want to get another season.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of them do. Yeah. You guys, if you didn't hear at the beginning and you've got an opinion on what we should do, because we've got 2 more episodes of so we'll have September 26th and then October 3rd, and that'll be the last episode until the beginning of next year. So we're trying to figure out what to put in Mugshot Monday. We're thinking about 60 days in. We have also thought about going to the beginning of Love After Lockup. If you have an opinion and you're not on social media, you didn't see the poll, please DM me on Pink Shade Pod Instagram, or Keisha, the Libra Lounge Keisha. Let us know your thoughts. 60 days in season 3, which I think is when it is season 3, seems to be winning what everybody wants to see. But we will let you know so that you'll be up to date on what to watch. Okay. And also Match Me Abroad will be out on the Monday feed, I believe. Plathville will be on the Wednesday feed. And you got the 90-day UK reunion will be on the Tuesday feed, because I could not fit it all in. Okay.
And we understand.
Do you? Do you understand?
I do.
You do. Okay. Thank you.
I do.
Thank you. Everybody, make sure you're following Keisha. She's very funny. She has a podcast. It's called The Libra Lounge Keisha. Go check it out.
Yes, please do.
You guys, if you like a podcast, give it a 5-star review and say something nice, and don't call people racist. Okay. We'd appreciate that.
Horrible.
We'd appreciate that. Anyway, I'm trying to get it taken down. By the way, guys, you can't put hate speech in Apple reviews because Apple will take it down.
And it's just so, it's just bizarre.
It's bizarre. Listen, you just saw my invitation to Jawaila. What do you want me to do? I can't help it. She's got crooked glasses and she's been arrested more than once on drug charges. What do you want me to do?
It continues to wear the bad wig.
I know.
Like,
bless her.
What can we do?
Listen, what can we do? What can we do? All right, everybody. I will see you on Tuesday for TLC Tuesday with Kimberly. And if you have any questions about the schedule, check the Instagram because I'm posting everything there, or subscribe to our newsletter. You go to pinkshadepodcast.com. You can subscribe there. Ingrid will be back and she'll be ramping that back up next week. Okay. Bye.
It's perfect. Bye.